Hi everyone, this is Jay and you're watching the review of Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Conviction for the PC. There are many things to like about this game, the storytelling, the gameplay, and just how fun it is. Though along with those praises come some broken elements that hinder the game's ability to be given a perfect rating. There are many glitches and technical issues that ultimately dampen the game experience. Splinter Cell Conviction follows the story of Splinter Cell double agent. This time around, Sam Fisher is being hunted by the organization he worked for, Third Echelon. He has tried to lay low, yet rattling news about his daughter pulls him back into the action. I don't want to disclose any specific storyline information because not only is it convoluted, it also helps to know the story of the previous games. Plus, I don't like spoilers. But to give you an idea, each level feels like a mashup of the TV show 24 with the intensity of Max Payne and the cinematic feel of the Bourne series. Conviction adds some new gameplay mechanics that help push the series in a new direction. To complement the storyline, some core changes were made. This time, stealth works in a simpler manner. When Sam is visible, the game shows up in color. When he's undetectable, the game is in black and white. The color shift is seamless. Although it's a cool feature in the first few levels, there's this unshakable feeling that you're playing a bland black and white game for most of the levels, because stealth is its key mechanic. A new feature in this game is called Mark and Execute. The way it works is, each time you kill an enemy using melee or hand-to-hand moves, Fisher gains the Mark and Execute ability. You can then mark enemies, just like in Rainbow Six Vegas, and perform the Execute, automatically killing the marked targets without manually targeting each. The number of marks is determined by the weapon Fisher is carrying, which can be increased through weapon upgrades. It's a useful feature, especially in situations where Sam is highly outnumbered. Let's say there are 4 henchmen in a room and you only have 3 marks. You can mark 3, manually headshot the unmarked one, then press the execute button to kill the rest easily. This may make the game sound easy, but remember, you will need to perform a hand-to-hand kill in order to get the mark and execute ability. Another new feature is called Last Position Known. This means when Fisher is caught in a firefight, he can relocate himself and he will cast a transparent image of where the enemy saw him last. This is a useful strategic element which allows players to plan their next move, such as an ambush or going around to the enemy's location for a melee kill. What may turn off some players is the exclusion of some of the core mechanics that made Splinter Cell unique. Gone are the hardcore moments where everything has to be perfectly timed or else it's game over. There are a couple of levels in this game where you can't be detected, but you can still leave a bunch of dead bodies, and even if they discover it, as long as Sam isn't detected, they're just put on higher alert and the game keeps going. Funny thing is, you can't pick up and hide bodies in this game. They also got rid of the minigame features like lockpicking and hacking. He just does this by pressing the space bar and going into a short animated sequence. Fisher seemed to be more agile this time around. Climbing pipes and buildings are a lot faster. I thought I was playing Ezio for a bit there. Ubisoft has blurred the lines between stealth and action elements in this installment. It makes for a fast-paced stealth game. The interrogation feature has been changed as well. Sam cannot interrogate every henchman he sees. Instead, only certain enemies who would seem to have actual valuable information are interrogated. These interrogation scenes are done in a set location where each time the player presses the interrogation key, Sam punishes the target by smashing his head onto breakable objects nearby. Some of these objects are toilets, urinals, faucets, mirrors, and even pianos and TV sets. It all depends on where the interrogation is happening. This certainly adds on to the cinematic feel of the game and makes it that much more fun. My only complaint with this is that the way it works is too easy. You just press the action button and he does the interrogation sequence. I feel like it could have been a good opportunity to make the player press certain keys timed with each violent action in order to make it feel like a video game. The graphics isn't top-notch, but it's very similar to how Modern Warfare 2 looks. It looks good. The black and white look is great at first, but it loses its charm since most of the game is played in it. Simply put, the PC version of this game has many technical problems. Through reading forums, I determined that players with high-end gaming rigs, regardless if it's an Intel or AMD CPU or NVIDIA or ATI GPU, takes a lot of performance hits. This can only mean that the game is not optimized. Based on dev commentaries, this game runs on the modified Unreal Engine 2.5. Perhaps the performance issues can be blamed on this. Personally, this game had a lot of freezes and lags on my machine, but installing the game patches and GPU driver fixes helped a bit, although it still isn't running as fast as it should. The voice acting is great, as always. Michael Ironside's voice fits Fisher's character perfectly. The gravelly voice and rough persona is there. He's a strong protagonist, yet you feel his torment. The ambient sounds and other sound effects are also well done. Nothing is over the top, but nothing feels missing either. There is usually more than one way to get from point A to point B in this game. It's not an open world game, it's still very linear. You can blast through doors or climb into windows to infiltrate buildings. There are 3 difficulty settings, yet anyone who's played a shooting game can easily pass this on the hardest setting. There are also other game modes such as Deniable Ops, which has 2 game types, Hunter and Last Stand. The former is a hunt all enemy type, while the latter is a defense, King of the Hill challenge. There are also co-op and multiplayer game modes. It's still Splinter Cell, but with a breath of fresh air. This breath of fresh air takes the game in a whole new direction that new adopters will find fun, but hardcore Splinter Cell lovers may reject. The PC version of Splinter Cell Conviction is a toned-down version of its console counterparts. Not only that, it has many glitches and technical problems. If you want to play this game, I suggest you purchase the console version or wait until it's properly patched. At the moment, the technical problems hinder its great storytelling and fun gameplay. Like I said, there's a lot of things to like about the game, the storyline, the gameplay, and because it's a Splinter Cell game. Having said that, please look into the advice I said earlier about the technical issues and make a smart decision when purchasing this. For more reviews, visit jmartech.com.
Just do what you have to do.
I always do, Sam. I always do.